Esports. See if it works. If not, I mean, we're still going to lose. I mean, playing passively, we might as well try something new.
Okay, while the point of passiveness is there, I think Team HAQ needs to draft an earlier lineup. Right? Give Bai the pay. Bai has been fantastic with the pay. His growth has been insane. Right? They need that early game lead. If you know that you can't defend against Nova Esports, and you're taking a very risky mid to late game composition, especially with the Luna, why not just go for the counter invades or just go straight up for the level 1 team fights?
Yeah. Early game, just like on a timer, pay style. Let's just go early, pay by rent, and just invade, right? And just try to just put the pressure onto see which one. Maybe Xuan, maybe Konglin. We gotta find ways to limit those two guys as much as possible because the space that they provide just let Muchi get going, and then he's able to close out games. So, like Team HAQ right now really need to change things up, especially in Game 2, or else we're gonna have a bit of a short series.
It is, and right now I like this ban from Team HAQ, right? You don't give away the Dolia Younggen combination to the side of Nova Esports. Team HAQ, they like to start strong here, and they will take that Parasola for themselves. Beautiful work.
So this is something that was brought up by Sagi, right? In the sense that the Parasola, while it was previously the #1 pick in farm lane, it adds quite a bit of damage, you have mobility, you have everything, but it just seems like most of the teams right now have been able to shift away from it because they're able to counter it. The HAQ is one of those targets that has just been on the rise. The Honey Breeze just does so much. They have ways to kind of lock him down, right? So going into this one, it seems like picking the Parasola is a very risky play, especially early.
If you don't have the cover, I fully agree with that. And I like this response by Team HAQ, right? So they're trying to take away the attention from Lola in this early pick. Mighty Conqueror is a great pick, the Fatih coming in. Because it can be flex, it can go into the clash, it can go into the jungle as well. The favor of this is the ultimate. So ideally what this Mighty Conqueror will be looking to do is to eat one of the CCs coming from Nova, which hopefully comes from the Bond Weaver, the idea, right? Once she jumps in, he uses ultimate, cleanses himself, and just run into the lineup of Nova Esports. At least that's what I hope they will do.
Yeah, and it's also like another damage dealer, which kind of adds into this one. But now that you have the Refart Datu, you have that frontliner, you have a tanky guy, Nuno should be fine on that. But at the same time, it looks like Nova Esports are like, hey, we let you pick the pay many times. 3 picks, you didn't want it, we're going to pick it up. And now they're going to go fast and furious here. Nova Esports are looking to put even more pressure on in Game 2 here.
Yep. Team HAQ at this point, they need a tank, right? One of the answers to an assassin jungle is if you can survive the initial burst, then you can kind of win the team fight. And now you know that Nova, they're contemplating the same style again. They're going for the potential invade. Tigress, this pay, he's going to be super fast-paced, he's going to be very mobile. So Team HAQ, there needs to be some answers. Either, 4-man defense in your jungle or counter-invade. Do something.
Yeah, it looks like, okay, this is another one that's been a Nova special, the Ata. Xuan in that clash lane, that ghost ship has just been very detrimental to team fights, splitting it up, of course. But he's like the only guy that's been playing at the KIS4. So this is an interesting pick. It seems like Xuan has kind of gravitated toward this pick after he was previously spamming the Guan Yu in the KIC 2025. So this is an interesting wrinkle in Xuan's lineup because, again, you have to think about, like, what is Nova going to be picking? And Ata was really never on the board until the KIS4.
I mean, the buff coming into KIS4, Ata was definitely one of the main reasons why a lot of teams like Nova found success, right? Even in your ranked games, I'm sure you've met a white anchor every now and then, and you realize that actually this guy is pretty hard to kill. So right now, Nova Esports, I really like their draft. You talked about this just now, the Breeze Heart, the Xiao Xiao, definitely a great answer. So for Team HAQ, positioning-wise, I really hope that the Mighty Conqueror, which is going to be in the hands of John, and Lola as the RLE, the both of them, they can't stand together. If they do, Wendy's gonna get the knockup, and it's bye-bye for both of them.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a bit of a problem here. I mean, they have a decent number of stuns. I mean, you can kind of set up with the ghost ship from Xuan's white anchor as well. But those team fights are going to be interesting. The farm right now is going to appear to be pretty much be funneled into Muji and Konglin on the Nova Esports side. If they're able to kind of like just out damage them, they're gonna have a a great time. But Team HAQ need to slow this game down. Give yourself a chance to that late game, and then again let John, the Fatih, the Yukio, as well as the Parasol just really kind of accelerate in that late game.
Do they really have a choice though? I don't know. This is looking so scary to me. I have to be honest, because you know the invade is coming from Kongling, right? And this is added on with the heal potential coming in from the side of Nova Esports, right? And Waypit, we know his proficiency on the idea. The question now is, your level 1 skill pick, what do you go for, right? Do you go for the hard link, the heals, or do you go for the bitter farewell, the second skill, to even add in more aggression if someone from the side of Team HAQ comes for the defense on that invade?
Well, we'll see right away. I mean, that's the biggest thing, right? When Nova Esports, if they want to go aggressive, if you have that bitter farewell, you could really set things up. So let's see exactly how they want to play. I mean, they invaded in game 1. It was a great call by them, and it really paid off in the end. So if not, if they want to play a little bit more passively, just stay in lane, Heart Link is probably the way to go. So we'll see it right away.
Enemy minions will arrive in
we'll see.
5 seconds.
I think it's less of a question at this point about whether they're going to invade. The question more is how is Nova going to invade, and which camp do they go for?
You're just already being the Debbie Downer, and you sense that they're going to be aggressive. Yeah, they are going to be aggressive. They're not invading just yet. They're making their way around. But look at Kong Lin. He's sticking around with Waypit. This is going to be a 1-2 combination, which is going to be very annoying. And it looks like Waypit did go with a bitter farewell.
No, it's not. No, please, no, bye. Oh.
Yeah. I mean, Bai's just like, leave my Azure Golem away. I don't really have vision. Nuno will spot it out, but that bitter farewell is starting to make some work. They get the smite, and now Bai's in a bad spot. He gives up first blood, and now Lola is going to get run down, and all the same. No, it's not enough. The fan, the Blossomy fan, shuts him down, and that's going to be 2 early kills for Nova yet again.
And once again, he gets even more. Kong Ling here, with the help of his teammates' aggression, they will get the Tusk Force, they get the Azure Golem, they get the first blood onto Bai as well. Kong Ling was the one responsible for that. They even get Lola down. So every single marker of success that was meant to be is now in the hands of Nova. And this 1k goal lead plus, it was achieved even before the 1 minute mark, just to be clear.
And look at how Xuan was actually able to clear the wave so quickly and then just actually go all the way down to take even more away from Bai, who's going to be further slowed down. This is going to be a tough one. I mean, Nova right now firing on all cylinders, and John getting run down, getting pounced, but he's under the tower, and now it looks like it's way too much damage to stun onto Xuan, but it doesn't look like there's going to be too much of a follow-up, but they did zone them away. It looks like the minion wave is going to go in favor of Nova as well.
I think the biggest issue here for the side of Team HAQ is that massive EXP differential, right? Shen is already at level 4. John just hit level 4. In the mid lane, Man is not even 4 yet. Wendy has already used his ultimate once. So this is a big concern. 2,000 gold at the 2 minute mark. Nova is GPM as a team, 1k a minute.
Yeah, but I mean, they're trying to shift. They did the switch. Man is in the bottom lane, right? So he's kind of dealing with Muchi. It's not the most traditional of the mid lane and getting all that extra farm. So he might be a little bit behind, but it is worrying, especially since Wendy is now level 5. Now they're looking to invade even further. And Team HAQ right now on the run. They get the bitter farewell onto Nuo, who will be chased away.
They already have the timing, right? So now, every 80 seconds, Nova is going to, number 1, approach that Azure Golem from the side of Team HAQ. Once it's done, they will start approaching the Crimson Golem. But for now, they're going to start changing their rotations a little bit. Kong Ling wants to secure his own Crimson first. Meanwhile, Waypit is going to be that vision, right? The walking information piece for the side of Team Nova. And once they know about the timing, they will start to decide, okay, what is this choice available to us here, right? After the next 80 seconds of this Crimson take, what is the next play for Nova?
Yeah, and it looks like, you know, they were scouting it out. They were doing the walking around the block, scoping it out for the potential steal on that Crimson Golem. But Team HAQ were like worried, and Bai's like, hey guys, I need support. They actually fortified the area around him just to ensure that he's getting some of those buffs, because they need to let Bai really fly in this game.
Yes, but that is, you know, growth for one singular player on the side of Team HAQ, and that's a huge concern now. So Nova, they've been making sure that everyone on the map gets gold, gets EXP as well. They have a healthy lead, and here we go.
Yeah, it looks like they find John. I mean, the shields are going to be on point. He will survive. but that's going to be very close. Now Lola, here come the reinforcements. The nice two-man stun. Wendy's in a bad spot. Waypit is looking to just run away at this point, but Xuan looking to turn. Duo knows about half-life. The fan is going to do a little bit of damage. The Bitter Farewell just slowing him down. Team HOK, though, have been zoned away, but they weren't able to make them pay for invading the enemy jungle.
They can't. In fact, there's a freebie for Muji at the bottom as well. Here we go, Lola.
And that's actually the craziest part, is that they're doing this with only 4 members from Nova, right? All of that space, free space for Muji to take that bottom T1, easily taking that down. In addition, they're going to take the Azure Golem anyways, so this is another rough game for Team HOK.
Yep. I mean, with 4,000 gold ahead, you know there's a very big difficulty for them to number one, take a team fight. Number two, to, you know, secure their own objectives in the jungle, and now at this point it's all about getting the damage in.
All about that damage. They're taking the Crimson Golem as well. I mean, they've took the Azure one already. I mean, this is a tough situation. It looks like they're growing the lead by 1K every single minute. That's how fast and furious Nova are playing, and they're going to pick up the Tyrant as well. Again, Team HOK right now on the defensive, but they're reeling at this point.
Yep, Bai and John, they can't deal with Xuan as well. Xuan is level 7. And here's the scary thing about Xuan. As an Ata, the white anchor, every time you use your skills, if it lands on the opponents, you actually get health back. And he's already tough to deal with. He's the ability to tank against the Nova lineup. And with the healing factors coming from the usage of his skills, essentially now, Xuan is unkillable. So it's what, 5v6 at this point.
Yeah, it's going to be very tough to find him, right? And to just lock him down, I mean, he's already got the items as well. And then plus he can kind of divide everything with that ghost ship. So it's going to be a tough ask for Team HOK to find anything. But this is space, right? Hold the line, right? Take the mid T1. Make sure you defend that. Buy a little bit of space. Now you've taken the bottom T1. Lola is under siege at this point. Needs to be careful from Kong Lin. But here come the reinforcements. The emergence is going to show up on this one. But Kong Lin actually is going to go down. Team HOK right now with the numbers advantage. That's a great kill for them.
Okay, 5-on-1, that's great. Right now, the question is, how do you build upon this, right? Team HOK, can they go for the split push or they make that defense in the mid lane? Defense in the mid lane not going to work out, but they can try to take the T2 at the bottom. At the same time, Nova understands this. They want to go for more. They have to make an even trade here.
But it looks like, John is in the bottom lane, continuing to push. Their Crimson Golem is looking to go, but Muji's getting a little bit low, just somehow staying alive. But Bai is not going to be as lucky. They find Lola as well. Nova Esports finding 2, and that's going to be a huge win for Nova Esports as they look to go aggressive. Now Mon is running for his life, being chased by wolves.
He's not going to make it out, right? This is a guaranteed he's going to have a very tough time. Wendy doesn't even need the damage. It's about making sure that he gets him to use his resources.
Oh, here's the emergence, just a sidestep on this one. He gets on out, and he will stay alive, but he did commit the ult on this one. But through that all, Kong Lin was in the bottom lane, taking down John, so you are getting some sort of, kills elsewhere. Again, down about 8K, tough situation for Team HOK.
Actually, that's kind of cool. I did not know that mechanic. Man uses a flash in the middle of his emergence to actually get the emergence to land at another spot here. So Team HOK, there's a good play, individual skills from Man, but that's not going to be enough. Nova already knocking on the door at 7.5 minutes here.
They're looking to just take this one down. The top T3 under siege. Team HOK, all they can do is watch. I mean, they can call the police, but even them, I think they're going to come a little too late. They have the ghost ship. They find him, and they get the pickup on Amon. No emergence on that one, as it was on cooldown. And again, he gets picked off yet again.
Yeah, they called for the ambulance, and they got it, but it was a surgeon that came out, and right now, Nova is just doing surgery on the base of Team HOK.
It's a pediatrician, not the right one. Anyways, he goes down, but now this mid T3 is under siege. This is going to be a tough hold. Mon is down for another 5 more seconds. But Nova Esports, the way that they're doing, the Raging Sea is going to be committed. The light step on back, and now they decide to go. They find Bai, they get the pick off. Mon is right back up, but Lola has already been killed. And Nova Esports, just like that, in a hurry, making it happen. And they find the Crystal, and Nova Esports take game 2.
Once again, without dropping a single member in this final push. They did give away 1 kill though, which is a blemish on the record, but Nova still a very strong start to the series in our best of 7. 2-0 already. 2 more wins net them the series. Team HOK needs to find a solution quick.
Yeah, I would say Nova Esports get a grade of an A-. You can't die a single time. I think that that's unacceptable at this stage. I mean, if you're playing for perfection, Nova, no, all jokes aside, they were just firing on all cylinders, really tough, right? Team HOK right now, just absolutely reeling, understanding that this is a titan of a team. This is such a scary lineup. I don't know what Team HOK can do at this point.
And bear in mind, this is like combinations of which still plenty are available because it's only 2 games in, right? They haven't really burnt out their hero pool, and year on year or event by event, you know that each individual player across all the different teams, they're building their hero pool. So it gets even more difficult now because Team HOK, Nova is not running out of steam just yet.
Yeah, I mean, just 2 games in. And even that draft, you're kind of thinking, okay, it's not the strongest of Nova lineups, but the way that they're able to execute, it doesn't really matter what they're able to play. That's how deep their hero pools are as well. They're able to take any hero and just play to the next level. Another really good game by Nova here.
Okay, so let's make some predictions here, right? Okay. What is this next jungle that they're going to pick up on the side of Nova, right? They've already used the Pei, they've used the Ogren. Are we looking at a Yang Jin Dolia combination?
Fade? Oh, Yang Jin also can. Yeah, I think Konglin let the guy just style, right? I think that Konglin is just like one of the best. And I think that that's the biggest thing. If Nova Esports, some of the games are, let's just be very honest, a bit of a, easier game for them. They're going to have a much easier time in that sense. So you can probably experiment a bit or kind of let some of your superstars just style, right? And I think Fade is one of the perfect heroes for Konglin. He's done it in the past, so let the man shine even more.
Right, so let's break down how this really came to be. That initial invade, once again, was a huge success for the side of Nova. And knowing the Pei, the Tigress, once a Tiger feasts, he's going to get that protein in, he's going to be stronger, the muscles will be flexed. Konglin didn't really rush in for the kills, it's more about the team setup this time, right? And my personal MVP for this game is Xuan, because Xuan was just the great wall that they could not climb over on the side of Team HOK.
Yeah, no real answers. I mean, the way Xuan plays is just like, it's quiet, right? He's not like the most boisterous of people as well, but it's also a thing where he's just so solid in that clash lane, providing so much, and it was so difficult for Team HOK to find anything. And this is why when you're looking at like creating a team yourself, the clash laner, yeah, he's going to be on an island, and you're kind of thinking, we can kind of throw away that lead, but look at the value that they bring to these games, right? I mean, the damage isn't the highest, so you have to look elsewhere, but the way that the team played around Xuan's vision is why Nova Esports are so good.
Yes, the theory behind the draft is so smart as well, right? Xuan is already a person that's really hard to take down. Enter Waypit on the idea. Heals galore, and it's already difficult to take down this ghost ship captain, and now you have to deal with him having heals as well. That's insane, right? Team HOK, they were trying to go for this very aggressive damage-based lineup, but they didn't have the items to do it. They didn't have the EXP to do it as well. And once again, very steady performance by Nova as they really cut down Team HOK in game number 2.
Yeah, you're complimenting Waypit on the heals and everything, but where was the heal on Konglin when he died? Huh? Where was he on that one? So, well, hopefully we'll see that one in the highlights to see, because again, he didn't make the save on that one, so that's going to be a blemish onto Waypit. He needs to ensure that he's always near Konglin. But in this game, this gold graph, everything in favor of them. I mean, this took 8 minutes and 17 seconds. That's another quick game by Nova Esports. But again, they're just looking too strong here.
Okay, I have an answer. It's because you need to keep your jungler humble, right? You can't give him success all the time. This is a parenting lesson, right? If you win too many times, you're kind of like, hey, I'm very good. So this is a humbling experience. Waypit, we know him. He needs to teach his new jungler to keep on pace.
Is this what you do with your rank, your team? Your jungler, you don't compliment him, you don't support him, because you know that if he starts getting good, it gets into his head. He has that ego, and then he might leave you guys as a team, right?
No, stay here. But with that being said, beautiful game once again by Nova, and the stats do really tell you, right? This one, I think, once again, he was left, funnily enough, him stranded on an island because nobody else could really help on the side of Team HOK, and it takes a bit of time. The composition on the side of Team HOK needs a lot of gold. You have a Nua, you have a Fatih, you have a Arlie. These are all mid to late game heroes. They need early game heroes to be able to contest against Nova, especially when you know that Nova has a very strong tendency to invade, knowing that you don't have the defense here.
Yeah, and it looks like Team HAQ right now. I mean, their drafts, I mean, to your point, kind of late game centric. They need to kind of shift gears a bit and just go early, right? Set the tone, do something so that you're putting Nova on the back foot, because I think they're playing a little bit too scared, and they're trying to play a standard game, which Nova Esports just absolutely dominated.
Yeah, you can't best a team that knows the usual routes. You need to throw those sucker punches, surprise hits, right? The surprise uppercuts. So Team HAQ, I think they need to rework the way that they're drafting. Stop thinking of it, inside the box. Think outside of the box.
Yeah, like bringing a gun to a knife fight, right? Like just change things up. Like give yourself such a huge. Okay, I'm not saying that at all. I think that's a terrible idea. But the MVP of this one will be Wendy. The setups were real from the Breeze Heart, right? 3-0-4. The damage taken, I mean, minimal in that sense, but he was doing quite a bit with 45,000, and he was setting things up for the rest of the team to just really knock them down. Just really well played by Wendy.
Yes, and we'll take a look at the highlights here as we look at that initial invade coming in. Bai did try to get that first Azure Golem for the efforts this time, but did not work out. This was also thanks to Wendy, who was helping to get the setups onto the team. And once they have the numbers advantage in terms of not just EXP, but buffs and gold as well, this is where Nova really started to shine. And there were a couple of moments where, you know what, Team HAQ actually did make some very nice plays. They got that 5-on-1 onto Kongling. That's why he was taken down, by the way. Nothing to do with Waypit. And the other thing was the fact that they actually made a decent defense in that mid-T 2. But unfortunately, they couldn't buy more time because this mid to late game composition was not apparent. The growth was not there.
Look, from what I've seen, Konglin by himself, 1 versus 5, you're going to see him die, right? I think we just saw that as well in these highlights. But with Waypit there, it's a 2v5, and that changes everything. I have full faith in Nova Esports to do much better than what they did here. How dare they let Konglin die?
I like it. I like the fact that you put that situation there that it's not going to happen. And nobody can prove you wrong. So,
exactly.